So, today the topic of my video is a very important topic, a case study on money laundering to explain the concept of money laundering. So, we're going to discuss a case study. So, the case study starts like this. The facts of the case are: Company A received Euro 2,250 from Company B in the form of loan. By the next day, Company A instructed the bank to transfer the funds as follows. Firstly, Euro 1,180 in another account of Company A with another bank. Secondly, Euro 1,000 issue of a banker's draft in a favor of Company C based on loan agreement. Thirdly, Euro 70 cash withdrawal, no business explanation. Following the above transactions, Company A instructed for the account to close after 8 months from opening. Company C received Euro 2,250 from Company B in the form of a loan. A month later, in the account of Company C, a banker's draft amounting to Euro 1,000 was also deposited from Company A above. Funds were used as follows: cash withdrawal, Euro 1,038, no business explanation. Secondly, Euro 1,656 issue of a banker's draft in favor of Company D based on the loan agreement. And thirdly, Euro 95 issue of a banker's draft in favor of Company E based on a loan agreement. Euro 350 transfer to a Company F based on a loan agreement. Euro 100 turned into a fixed deposit upon maturity of which the funds have been withdrawn in cash. Following the above transactions, Company C instructed for the account to close after 8 months from opening. Company D received Euro 1,656 from Company C in the form of a loan. No further transactions. Now, what are the red flags identify which might indicate money laundering activity or terrorist financing in this case? So basically, we have discussed a case study, and because of this case study, we need to answer these questions. So these are some of the most important questions of the case study. So first question is, what are the red flags? Red flags means the identification, basically how you get to know that there's something fishy or suspicious is going on. So they are known as red flags. Firstly, cash withdrawals without business need and logic, because if they didn't need any money and there's no necessary of withdrawing money or depositing money, so why did a customer withdrawing money and depositing? So it needs a business explanation and logic. Second, continuous movement of funds from one company to another. Yeah, obviously there's no need of transferring the funds from one company to another. They are transferring without any business need or logic. Thirdly, accounts were opened and closed within a short period of time. Okay, so whenever, which is generally for 8 months, if you have seen properly, I have mentioned 8 months. So 8 months is basically a very short period, and if a person is opening the account and then closing the account, so there's no need of closing and opening the account after 8 months. So it's a very short period. Funds were effective based on a loan agreement without obvious link between the companies. Yeah, funds they were effective based on loan agreement. Funds only on the basis of loan agreement, and there's no direct link with the company. So these were some of the red flags to identify the situation is quite suspicious, and we need to be more particular while offering any business. Now, second question which is generally asked is, what are the risks and potential threats that a bank may be faced in this situation? So mainly bad reputation, administrative fine for not performing adequate due diligence, and administrative fines for not performing adequate diligence. So basically, these are some of the threats which a bank has to face after money laundering. And third, what KYC due diligence works could the bank have carried out and when? The accounting firm should have received information at the initial stage of a business regarding the companies, the type of activities of all the companies, and the interaction in the group. In the case where the above information did not match the transaction behavior of the company involved, the bank should challenge the purpose of the loan agreement and the relationship between the companies and the business logic behind the transactions. So these are the KYC work which a company or which a bank should perform, any financial institution should perform. So these are 3 important questions which are generally asked regarding money laundering. So yeah.